Ali's journey, of course, started with the whales. So he sees a headline about how Japan's commercial whaling, like they had withdrawn from the International Whaling Commission, which put a ban on catching whales, and they withdrew from that, and they plan to kill despite the worldwide ban. And you've got to think, like, why do they want to even kill the whales? Like, for why? But there's been an international whaling ban since 1986, but that hasn't stopped several countries hiding under the radar for many years. But Japan is the most notorious.
You always see, like, those old shows, like Moby Dick or whatever it is, where they're fighting against killing the whales. And, like, you don't think that happens anymore, but it still is happening.
Oh, yes. Especially in Taiji, Japan.
Where that place is scary.
I know. Where over 700 dolphins and small whales are herded into a cove for slaughter. And Ali wanted to go see for himself, but gets advice from this guy, Rick O'Barry, who is an activist and founder of the Dolphin Project. And Rick says that Japan's government is so secretive about, like, this whaling stuff, and they'll try to get rid of people that oppose them. And by get rid of, I mean kill or arrest and hold captive. Like, it's just like if you go try to mess with North Korea, or if you try to mess with, like, the U.S. about aliens or something.
Now, I tried, like, watching this and trying to see if they were being dramatic or not, but they get approached by, like, police and Secret Service and people, like, multiple times while they're in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Because he warns them about it, and then sure enough, they drop down, they're starting to drive to their hotel, and boom, they get pulled over right off the bat, and they're like, where are y'all going? And he's just like, oh, we're just here for vacation, and they kind of let him go, but from that point on,
he's, like, following.
They were followed by, like, the police, the Secret Service, the Coast Guard, everyone.
Kind of made me hate Japan a little bit.
I know.
But, so, this little cove, y'all, I want y'all to picture just, like, a little open rectangular cove like this, and they herd all of these whales into this little opening, and then they just slaughter them in there.
Yeah.
Like, it was, my mind couldn't be wrapped around that that's what was happening, but you're watching it on this documentary, them killing them in this, it's insane.
And you see the water just turn this unimaginable fake color of red.
It looks like something out of a movie, but you're like, this is real life.
Like, literally redder than my drink, which y'all probably can't see well, but it's so thick and red, and I can't even believe. It makes me not even want to go in the ocean anymore because there's, like, so much blood.
Yeah.
And, like, not only will they follow you to your hotel, all the hotels there are wired, like, and tapped, and the rooms, the TVs have photographing capabilities. Like, they're gonna get on you however they can, just so they can kill dolphins and whales. It gets me so heated. Okay, so they go up to a hill to watch this slaughter the next morning, and they're, like, literally in camouflage, like, on this hill trying to not be caught. And you just see, like, these boats coming back from the sea in formation, and there's, like, black smoke billowing out, which is harming probably the atmosphere, and they're banging poles in the water, and they're all just, like, going up to the beach, and then they all hop out their boats with their, like, machetes and just start cutting their necks. It's awful. And, like, there's Coast Guards in the water looking in the tree lines, like, for people, which I'm amazed that they didn't get caught at any point.
And, like, why is that what the Coast Guard's doing? Why are they looking for people trying to expose the industry? Like, that, like, goes against what the Coast Guard's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, they're supposed to be saving what's
Yeah.
off the coast. Not just people, but the animals, too. So Ali was still so confused as to why are the Japanese obsessed with killing whales and dolphins. So he interviews Lori Marino, who is the founder of the Whale Sanctuary Project, and she says that the Taiji dolphin drives continue to be supported and funded by the marine park entertainment industry. And that's a whole different ball game. Like, if y'all have seen Blackfish, go, like, or if you haven't, I should say, you need to go watch it, because it's a whole different eye-opening documentary about the whole SeaWorld type of thing and whales in captivity. But it's sickening Like, I have a picture up here of the trainers literally standing on top of these animals. They're not meant to be stood on at all.
One of the ladies, I don't remember who it was during this documentary, made the comment though that when these whales are put into captivity, we're taking away everything that they live for and enjoy, and then just forcing them every day to do the things that they hate.
And then they try to disguise it as, oh, these creatures wouldn't have lived in the wild anyways, they're gonna have longer lives here. Okay, one, if they do have a longer life there, it's miserable.
Yeah.
And their dorsal fins are collapsing to where they can't swim. They're not swimming in the depths that they're meant to be. And they're just constantly on a schedule where they need to jump and do flips, and it makes me so sad that I ever even went to SeaWorld before. And like, I remember like sitting in the crowd watching these whales, and I felt so happy, like just watching them do their thing, but like learning now that they don't want to do that. I should have known that. But anyways, it's what's going on. And a live dolphin is so expensive in its own, but a trained dolphin is worth over $100,000. That's a house, for those of you that don't know, like. And Taji will catch these baby dolphins and whales and sell them to the marine park industries. But then you wonder, like, where does that make sense? Because there's not enough whales and dolphins in marine life entertainment for, like, all the ones that they're killing. I don't know. So, data actually shows that from 2000 to 2015, for every one dolphin captured, 12 more were killed. And there's no market for dolphin meat either, so what use are they dead? Makes no sense.
And he really struggled to like find an answer for this question too.
Yeah, like there is no answer. Like, I don't understand.
And the only answer that we are kind of given is so sickening and so stupid and unjustifiable, but it's that the dolphins eat too many fish, so they're like a direct competitor to the fishermen.
Oh, true. Yeah, they did say that. Like, dolphins do not eat that much fish. And they eat the little ones. Like, the little ones. They're not that big. Like, they're not going to tear apart a tuna or a salmon. And that's what mostly they're fishing for, is like bigger fish. But anyways, then he goes to this fishing hole in Katsura, Japan, and finds one of the largest tuna ports in the world for bluefin tuna, which is the most expensive fish on the planet. And just one fish has been sold in the Japanese food market for over $3 million for a fish.
I thought about that. Like, what if I accidentally caught one day? I was like, threw it back in the ocean. I don't even know it.
Probably didn't. They're so endangered now. But like,
Yo, $3 million for a fish?
Yeah. And like I said, they are an endangered species. And they were once like the cheetahs of the ocean. They're warm-blooded, able to accelerate faster than a Ferrari. And like, they're just a crucial part of the food chain in the ocean themselves. And we're just wiping them out for money. But today, less than 3% of the species remain. And the $42 billion tuna industry is now at risk. And they're blaming, of course, the dolphins for eating them instead of saying that they're overfishing.
Leave the dolphins out of this.
I
We all know dolphins have a good heart. They have good vibes about them.
Dude, I used to be, kind of still am, so obsessed with dolphins. Like, my childhood bathroom was dolphin themed for years. Every time my family went to Florida, all the dolphin souvenirs. Dolphin shower curtain. Everything. I am a dolphin advocate. Okay. So then he tries to like figure out, okay, so when corrupt things are happening, it's usually due to some corporation that owns things. And turns out Mitsubishi, that is such a tongue-twisting name.
Mitsubishi.
There we go. They actually own one of the world's largest tuna companies, having over 40% share of the world market in bluefin tuna, and they freeze these fish to sell whenever. And that's just unethical. But Allie goes to their headquarters to ask for an interview about how their company is killing an endangered species and how that's connected to killing dolphins. And they said that their company refuses all interviews and they ask them to turn off the cameras and leave. Professional.
In Mitsubishi's defense, he did just kind of like show up and walk in asking for an interview.
I'm sure he did try to call because like
Yeah.
he tries to call and contact most of these places for interviews, but when he doesn't get an answer, he shows up in person, which is ballsy because I would have all the anxiety doing
There's
that.
no way I could do that. I'm not man enough.
No. I can't even go talk to a professor in their office, let alone a CEO.